Hey there, Vanagon addicts. It's Ken Wolford here at Vanagon, coming to you guys from sunny and warm Belize. I hope you guys are having a great day. We are having a great day down here, and I told you guys we were going to be coming down, try to bring you along so you can see what's happening. This is our patient we got here. This guy, his name is Ever. He owns this 91 Volkswagen bus from Mexico. And we're going to be doing some work on it, trying to get it more reliable for him, trying to get it so it doesn't try to jump off the road every 2 seconds when you hit a bump. That's kind of what's happening with it. So some of the things you guys, if you haven't known about this, back in the late 80s, they started making the bus in Mexico. And one of the things they did was change the motor from an air-cooled Type 4 to a water-cooled, and that's where this comes in. This is a radiator, okay? That is basically made on the front of this bus. They've made a nice housing for it. You know, it's definitely stock. It's not butchered up or anything. And so that's what they did. And then later on, they moved the production to Brazil. They made them all the way up until 2015, I think. It hasn't been that long ago when they finally stopped. So this patient, it basically suffers from Caribbean-itis. How do you want to say it? Mexican-itis. Just the the amount of vibrations and things on the road plays havoc with these cars. It just vibrates everything loose and to pieces. And then at the same time, the people that own them, a lot of times they don't really have a lot of money. So over time, things get rigged up here and there. The first thing we did to it when we got here was the ignition was malfunctioning, and it's because the ignition switch had gone bad. But you can see this column, there's a lot of things happening here, and so we've got it fixed. We put a new ignition switch back in. There's supposed to be a screw that holds it in place that fell out a long time ago, so tie wraps are in there holding it together. You gotta understand, when you're in the Caribbean, you're in Central America, you can only do what you can do. You can't. I don't have all my stuff here that I would have at home. I brought some of the stuff that I thought I was going to need, but there's always something. So you can kind of see some similarities to the bus. And also some differences. We got this big piece down here below, down by your legs. That's not normal for a US bus. A little bit slightly different dash configuration. The instrument cluster, let me walk around, I'll show you that. It's very similar to like a Jetta from the 90s. Okay, so they definitely changed some things on it for the better for the most part. What I'm seeing, I mean, the buses had their quirks to put it in a nice way. You can kind of see the instrument cluster there. Very 80s VW or early 90s. So a lot of the switches on the dash are basically from like an 80s Jetta, 90s Jetta. Okay, the seats kind of remind you of Jetta seats and things, except you've got a two-person. So this is a three-person front seat here, but the design of the seats kind of reminds you of the Jetta. As we go to the back, we've got sliding windows back here. I didn't even notice that on this side. Anyway, got these different design sliders. So we'll get here to the back. This is where the magic happens, okay, guys, and you're gonna see, hopefully, this engine. Okay, again, you're seeing a little rough shape stuff here because no time belt cover, but this is the engine. It's a 1.8 inline 4 they put in. You can see they've got a coolant bottle up there. They've got a water pump. They've got this little small thing for the oil, and it's a neat setup. The motor runs very, very sweet. Okay, I will say that about it. It runs pretty sweet. And so we wanted to do a timing belt I had a timing belt purchase for it, but I had to get it shipped from Latvia because it's, you know, from a VW Gol, G-O-L, which I've never heard of before. Apparently a European-only car, and also this Mexican bus engine. So I ordered one from Latvia. It showed up the day that we had left at 4 o'clock in the morning to get on the plane. So sadly, I missed out on that. You can see some of these crazy coolant hoses they got rigged up here, pre-formed stuff and things. You know, it's a very interesting car. So right now, our main concerns on this car, you can see you got the Volkswagen logo on the back hatch. That's a Mexico or Brazil thing. These bumpers, plastic or fiberglass. Okay, it's like aero bumpers on this car, which, just to be honest with you, I wish we could get in the US for our buses, because the chrome bumpers we get are just rubbish. It's even got this cool push bar on here. I like that. You can put some fog lights on it and stuff. So right now, we took it for a pretty long drive today. I'm not hearing the radiator come on, radiator fans come on. If you're creeping, it gets kind of hot. Okay, so I got to check that out. Also, the main thing that's scary is actually the front end alignment is off big time. And if you hit a bump, the car feels like it's going to lurch off of the road and go into the ditch, or lurch into oncoming traffic. So we definitely got to get that fixed. So that's what's happening with this bus, guys. I would start it for you right now, but I'm here by myself. I might do it later and show you how the motor, when it runs, man, it's so sweet sounding. I mean, that's the only redeeming feature on this car so far, is how nice the motor runs and smooth. Well, we're going to try to smooth out some of the rough edges on this beast. This guy wants to take it across or down through South America on a big tour. And I just want to get it so it doesn't, kill him. So that right now, that's my main goal. To get it to do a long trip like that, I think you would have to put a lot of money in it. Oh, one other thing I want to mention too about these buses. See this crazy roof setup? I mean, that's the way they all came. This is not some kind of Westie. This is just, they actually raised the roof on the inside a bit. I guess you can hopefully see that. I'm kind of showing it. Yeah, there you go. They raised the entire roof. I guess it makes, have more headroom. It kind of gives it the look of, hey, is that a Westie? But it's actually, the steel roof itself was made that way. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to show you this bus. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'm sure we'll be doing some more videos. I did one yesterday when I was on the dock to show you where we're staying, but the wind, I've played it today, the wind was so loud, you don't want to see that. So I'll do it again. But we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks. Bye.